Hello guys, welcome back. It's Izanami. Today we have a very fun video because we'll be reviewing the time lapse or the progress of my drawings. So we are going to watch some of my first drawings until today and talk a little bit about it, and well, let's have fun. Okay, so this first drawing is the one that I already mentioned, the famous tiger that I made from a photo that I saw. And as you can see, it's only with pencils, so nothing fancy. But I was really proud of it, and until today I'm really proud of it because I had just normal pencils and I tried to use a little bit of technique to make the fur and an eraser to try to make it like a little bit more with texture. So that was it, and I really like it. So yeah, that was the first one. Then we have a viola that I drew. It's not perfect, but you know, I was practicing and it looks really nice. I think for that moment it was amazing for me to make that. So yeah, a lot of practice those days. So yeah, and also I thought that I wasn't able to paint with colors, but the reality is that I have never used colors until that point. So I was like, how am I going to say that I don't know how to paint with colors if I haven't done it? So I started to try and paint with the colors. So we have the first one that I made, and it's Ash from League of Legends. So yeah, it looks pretty cute. Starting to practice anatomy and the use of colors and more shadows. So it looks nice, and well, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. Okay, so this one is from Silent Hill, just markers and black color. I just ate the black color that day, of course. Just a normal drawing, trying to practice some more anatomy. This one is Ari, again from League of Legends. You can tell I played a lot of that those days. The big mistake with this one is that I was trying to make some more detailed shadows and I didn't have enough colors or the right shades. So I used pencils over the colors, and that's why it looks dirty. It was a big mistake. Even now, the mistake looks even worse because, you know, the sheets start to touch each other and it's all smudged. But yeah, in that moment it was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, but it doesn't look good. Some more of that. You can see that the skin looks dirty, but actually the anatomy was pretty nice for this one. I really liked it. And the shadows or the highlights that I make on the guns and on the pants. So it was pretty nice. Also, these drawings are very big because I just chose a huge paper to work on. So I just ran out of colors every time. Okay, so this one is very important because it's the first drawing that I made from my imagination. I didn't use any references or I didn't have to watch any image. I just came up with this idea and I made it, and I was really proud of it, and it looks really nice actually. Some more details on the clothing. You can see I was using more shadows and using a little bit more of the line work. So yeah, that was that. Here we have another practice with anime characters, Asuka from Evangelion. And you can see that I didn't have too much colors to use because I was using the same red color for the shadows and for the highlights, so I had to come up with some ideas to make those details. So now we can see another pretty cool character, Reaper, in a feminine version, and I was very happy with this one because I made a lot of details. It looks very nice. The guns look pretty alike, so yeah, it's very cool. This one was also a big one for me, just a different technique, a lot of markers, very bad quality markers, but it looks really nice. Okay, so this one was also very important for me because I don't know, it's nothing like too detailed or something, but I really liked the colors and the saturation. This was also an image that I saw on the internet, and I was trying to replicate it, and I was very happy with it. So that encouraged me to keep going and keep practicing. So now I'm going to show you a few of the drawings all together because there are too many, but so you can see some more examples of the animes that I used as references and a little bit more of the practice that I was doing at the moment, because of course I cannot show everything right now, but I have hundreds of drawings and different practices, markers, pencils, sizes. So, you know, just trying to get to where I want it to be and to get better with each drawing also. Okay, so this one is very, very important because it's my first ever commission. It was traditional. I made it with markers and it was requested by a friend. So he knew I drew and he wanted something, and I was very happy because it's from Cowboy Bebop, another very famous anime. And I was so happy about it. This is a copy because he has the original. But yeah, I was very proud of it, and I think it looks great for the moment, and now I really like it. Okay, so this is the next chapter because now we got the digital tablet and I started drawing digital art. And when I got it, it was a Genius, very small, I think 3 by 5 inches. So the active area for me to be able to draw was very, very small, so it really hurt my wrist because I couldn't even move my whole arm. I was just moving my wrist, so it was very uncomfortable. But as you can see, terrible lines. It's so ugly, but it was the first attempt, so I even made it in Illustrator, so not the best for what I was going to do. But it was the first, it is what it is, and yeah, that was the beginning. I kept practicing, of course, then I found out a different software. I started using Medibang, and actually I used it until this year, the beginning of this year, so it was really useful for me. I made most of my commissions there. You can see now the first time I drew Izanami, and you can see all of the little mistakes because I didn't know how to draw in digital, and I made so many versions and was trying so many different things to try to achieve kinda of what I knew on traditional to be able to make it on digital. And I kept drawing traditional every time I could, and I made this big collection that I really like of different characters from animes and also video games. And I always try to keep a balance between the commissions and digital and the traditional art. Then, big news for me because I got my first ever commission in digital from somebody that I didn't know. He didn't know me. It was a guy from the US, I think. And I was freeze because I wasn't sure how to make what he wanted. You can see I cropped the image because, of course. And he told me I want this and this, and I was like, oh, okay, how do I do that? And I did it. He was my client for, I don't know, 3-4 years straight. I was making drawings for him each month, so he saw me grow, and he really helped me because it wasn't like easy things like just a glass over the table. It was very detailed and complicated stuff, different angles, and not common stuff, so I really had to make my imagination work hard to get what he wanted, because it's, of course, it's different to draw what you have on your mind and try to know and make what somebody else is imagining. You don't know what's on their mind, so you have to be very, very creative and try to ask the right questions for you to be able to know what to do. So here you can see that I was trying to achieve a more semi-realistic look, and looking good. This is 2020, and hands and feet still bad, but everything else looks on good track. So after that first person that I got commissions from, I had like a couple of months later another person that until this day is still commissioning me every month. So he also saw all my growth, and this is one of the first commissions that I made for him. And I was trying to get into more details. The big difference from him and the other person is that he really gave me every detail that he wanted in the commission, like the lighting, the color, the person, the stuff on the commission. So I didn't have to think too much about what to draw, but how to do it. And so I really have to try to make everything like blend together and have some sense, have like a whole context. So yeah, that was a big practice for me and helped me come up with things and effects, and you know, to achieve that feeling that we needed for the commission. And after that, I really had another different clients with different themes, maybe different scenes, not related to anime or not related to video games. So that also helped me to practice something else than just my comfort zone, right? And then, of course, we got to even comic commissions where I had to make different panels, and that was really fun because it helps you practice with the same character but in different positions, angles, expressions. So you have to be able to let people know that it's the same person. It's very hard but very fun. So it was nice to be able to do that and still be able to do that. Beside that, I also had the freedom to practice other stuff that I wanted to make with Patreon, and I was able to do characters that I wanted to make, or maybe practice some more realism or something more abstract, and try new things to improve so I could still make the commissions in the way I was supposed to do, but still try to get better and improve on my art. Even with Millennia, that I still love so much, it's from 2022, and I think it's one of my best illustrations ever. And it's not even because it's perfect or something, because the flowers are just but I think it's the whole thing, the water and the lighting and herself, like I was able to capture and express exactly like the power that she has. So I was very happy with that she's very powerful and pretty and mysterious. So yeah, I think that this whole path taught me a lot. I was able to come from traditional and make it to digital and meet people along the way from different parts of the world, like Canada and Netherlands, Poland, anywhere. So I was able to learn from these people, to communicate and to learn how to grow my art. And I'm still learning. I think I have a long way to go yet, but I think I made quite some progress. So yeah, let me know what you think. Did you like any of the first drawings, and do you think I actually made some improvement? I hope you like it and you enjoyed this video. Well, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.